Winter is coming. Someone blew up the Nordstream 1 and 2 pipelines. What consequences will Europe face now? Does it matter? And why is it happening now? Let's find out, and welcome to a Dark New World Compact report. For many Russians, the war in Ukraine was something happening far away. But now, thousands of them flee the country to avoid getting drafted. The war is finally arriving in Russia, but also in Europe, where not only prices rise for almost everything, but critical infrastructure gets targeted. Multiple explosions destroyed parts of the Nord Stream pipelines, critical infrastructure for the energy needs for Germany and Europe before the invasion. In 2022, the world learned how dependent Europe is on natural gas from Russia. The war in Ukraine is overshadowing every other crisis we face at the moment. And as if this conflict in itself isn't a dangerous enough problem for humanity, with all the nuclear rhetoric, it seems like there are multiple other crises growing that are direct consequences of the ongoing invasion. One of which is the energy crisis in Europe. The Nord Stream 1 and 2 pipelines were intended as the lifeline for the German economic sector. Cheap Russian gas would ensure that energy costs stayed low, pleasant for the very energy-demanding industry in Germany. But we all know that sanctions followed and the pipelines got shut down. Almost completely. Until reports came online that stated the pressure is sinking in the pipeline. And a couple of hours later, the Danish military could confirm a leak in the pipeline. So, what happened? Pipelines are usually built robust, with a concrete mantle protecting the pipes from the elements. In order to blow it up, you need more than a fisher boat and dynamite. The location of the destruction is in almost 100-meter deep water. In order to damage the pipeline, you need sophisticated gear and experts to pull it off. I want to say you need big players, state actors, and here it gets really interesting. Because everyone is blaming everyone blindly. No one really knows who did it, and from Russia itself to the US and even Poland, there are very different suspects with very different possible motives. I know you might want to ask who did it, but I will refuse to speculate at this point. There are too many variables, and with time and some luck, we maybe get some hints in the near future. But what will this mean for Europe? Well, it means one thing, that now there is no return back to Russian gas. Even if Germany struggles this winter and would consider to lift some sanctions on Russia, they cannot do it. The pipeline is the last bridge that could have been burnt down between Europe and Russia. The Russian gas could have been a way out for both parties at some point. As bad as it sounds, at some point peace must be made, and trade can ensure peace. To some degree, of course. But now, there is not much left to salvage, which increases the possibility for escalation. Because if you cannot move backwards, you can only continue in whatever direction you're going. And for Russia, that looks like all-out war, given the latest mobilization efforts. Don't worry, I will be back with full video reports soon, but I'm currently struggling with sickness and need to get back on my feet first. In the meantime, you can watch this video about World War III, the worst case scenario, or support me on Patreon, link down below. On the right, there is a video about the wars in the 2020s. My name is Dennis, thank you for watching and goodbye.